advice, because if you look at what is going on in this present time, compared to the past regime, you will see there is difference. And a difference in the government. Passenger, when he ruled Nigeria in 1999, all of us understood very well that what is going on today and what was going on then is not the same. A government has what it takes to carry all Nigerians along. Look at what is going on concerning herdsmen issue in Benue, killing Adamawa, and other places. A president is supposed to be a president that has action. A president is supposed to be a president that considers people first and supposed to be a servant to the people. A president is not supposed to be a president that sits down. He's supposed to have action. And what Obasanjo said is the right thing and at the right time. Because every Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians are suffering. Things are not going the way it's supposed to be. All the campaign promises. Nigerians validated him as a man of integrity. But the integrity today, we didn't see it. So what do you want Nigerians to do? They have the right to say step down for another person. It is not a family affair that he must be there. It's try this person failed, try another person failed. Also what Babangida said, Babangida have ruled this country, which all of us knows. Then and now it's not the same. Economy of then and economy of now is not the same. Despite it was a military regime, at least all of us feel the impact of government. But this time around, we are not feeling the impact of government. We are in democracy, but what is the democracy today? I don't think that. In fact, Babangida said the right thing for this present government to step down. Let us try another person. By God's grace, the next person may be the best person that Nigerians are looking for. So we cannot continue in this present government. To me, I did not see any good thing that can make most of Nigerians to have more interest on this present government.
Yeah. After all, Obasanjo is not an ordinary person. He has ruled Nigeria before as a former head of state. And he has also been privileged to rule Nigeria as a president elected democratically. So he's a stakeholder. If you are looking at maybe fatherhood, you will say that Obasanjo somehow is one of the fathers of Nigeria. So if something is going wrong in the house, fathers are occupying the office of authority to correct it, to give fatherly advice for correction, for the purpose of sanity, saying, this is what is going on that is not good. We are giving our advice in this regard to avoid collateral damage. So the letter written by respected Olusegun Obasanjo as a father to Nigeria should not be thrown aside. It's an advice that cannot be thrown away. Buhari should have a listening ear to key to that advice. He should not throw it away.
Of course, they have the moral ground to tell President Muhammadu Buhari to step down, in the sense that if we watch the electoral processes we are practicing in Nigeria today is being conducted or being documented by the militaries. So you see actually that it has been the military that have been ruling this country for so long. So if you tell me that Obasanjo and IBB, they don't have moral stand to tell Buhari to come down, it's a lie, because these are the architects that bring Buhari into power. You could remember during Jonathan time, it was Obasanjo that told Jonathan that he should not run again. Before you know it, they presented Buhari to Nigeria, and it was him and Bola Ahmed Tinubu that presented Nigeria, said that this is the Nigeria that will bring a change to Nigeria. He named so many things that he would do to Nigeria, and they said, okay, if Nigerians say, if you can do all these things, we will follow you. Let us see how you bring all these things to pass. Now Nigerians voted him, and the change becomes what will I say? A revised become the case. So yeah, they have the moral stand to tell IBB, to tell President Buhari not to contest.
That's an opinion, and it's individual opinion. When you talk about right, I think there are elder statesmen, and they have passed through that system. They were his supporters the other time. And if they wake up for whatever reason and ask him not to, it means who they thought that Buhari is not really who he is. These were the same people that were clamoring, saying, okay, he can do it. I think it's obvious, they have seen it, that he doesn't worth it, or he cannot really take us to the promised land. They now ask him to go. So there is nothing wrong about that. It's not a matter of right or no right. They are statesmen, and that is their opinion. And I think outside the messenger, the message is what 90% of Nigerians are talking about, because everybody is tired of this present system. So I don't think there's anything wrong about that. So it's a welcome development anyway.
Everyone is not happy about what is happening now. Most people say Buhari to calm down. Me, I want him to calm down because I'm not seeing any change. Now, I want to ask a question. If he should calm down, who is going to climb to that seat? Because that is not what we are looking for. We are looking for a better place in Nigeria. We are looking for a better job. Youth out there is no job for them. There is nothing, there is no food, there is no good employment, which is not helping the youth at all. Please, anybody that is going there should make Nigeria a better place.
Okay. Well, on that, this is a democracy. And in democracy, you have freedom of expression. You are entitled to your opinion. Obasanjo has expressed his. The IBB own, yesterday, IBB denied and issued another statement saying that he didn't say so. But whether he said so or not, it is not left for Buhari to decide whether he wants to. The morality question is not within the constitution. The morality is not within the constitution. It's in the public sphere. That's okay. This person who is saying this, we all knew what IBB did. He spent 8 years, and wanted another time. Obasanjo spent 8 years and wanted a third term, and he's saying somebody should not contest. So the question I'm asking, do we have a credible alternative? If we don't, then what we have to manage what we have. They said a bird in hand is better than 1,000 in bush. Thank you very much.
Oh no, Buhari should still remain on the seat because I hope soon all will be well.
If we are to go to history, we will conclude that both of them have no moral standard against Buhari, to talk to Buhari the way it is happening now. I just believe that both of them want to feel relevant in the political terrain. IBB had already known that he's already facing the nemesis of what he has done, the evils he has done, because as the proverb says, that evils that men did live after them. So it is the evil that IBB had done now that is living after him now. That is what is reaping. Obasanjo himself, of course, Obasanjo just wants to make himself relevant in the Nigerian politics now, because I haven't known that he is no longer relevant, but he just wants to make himself relevant. That's why he's making noise now, and he wants people to just recognize him. He wants to gain the recognition. Meanwhile, Obasanjo believes that he's one of the kingmakers as far as Nigerian politics is concerned, and that is why he said. He wrote the letter. He said all those things that he wrote he said in the letter. Of course, many Nigerians have said all these things he has said before, but they are not listened to. They are not because they are not relevant in the country. That is why when Obasanjo wrote the letter now, it went far right. Are you getting me? It went far right. So, but morally speaking, Obasanjo has no moral standard to say all this.
Well, in my word, if you ask me, ordinarily I would say no. But having said that, okay, why I said no is because these same persons were once on that saddle, and it almost looked like a sit tight. They never wanted to leave until Nigerians have to cry out like we find ourselves today. So if the same person will now see the need to tell somebody you're not doing well, it's like staying outside the football pitch. Now I want to know more than the coach that is controlling the footballers in the field. They don't have the moral stand as it is to say so, because IBB was once there, and we know what happened as a Nigerian. We had to force him out. Even when he was leaving, he told us he's stepping aside. And the comeback OBJ, we also know. We can remember the third term saga. So it's almost about the same thing. But however, they don't have the moral stand, and Buhari, as a free citizen of Nigeria, can choose to contest or not to contest. There are procedures that will make it either a go or a no for him, and that is left to Nigeria. That's my take.
Looking at the economy of Nigeria, I feel it's not stable for what's going on around. People are already going through a lot, and that's why I feel he has the moral stand. We need someone that will change our country. That's justice.
You see, IBB, Obasanjo, when IBB was a president of this country, what did he achieve? What is his plan over this nation many years back from IBB? Now, Obasanjo, the same thing. Obasanjo now ruled for good 8 years. They put this Nigerian two men. Now they went to form a caucus and bring same Buhari as a former military president to be a civilian. You see, they are birds of the same feather. They are swallow what they've already vomited. Now they go back there and started swallowing it. None of these people can be able to rescue this country. Insecurity is everywhere. Killings by headsmen. Kidnapping is everywhere. Inflation is everywhere. No good government policy control. So you see, even if Obasanjo never make any statement, IBB never make any statement, Nigerian masses alone, we are making statements every day that we don't want this man to continue his administration. You understand? But I'm a Nigerian. I have a right. In future, my own son can be a president too. Likewise, even you that you are an interviewer. So Buhari mustn't sit there as a do or die of a thing. You see? Even without Obasanjo saying something or without IBB saying something, we Nigerians, we've been saying it and we continue to say it, that Buhari is not capable of ruling this country. So with Babangida coming in and Obasanjo coming in, we masses, we have already been pressured. So they too, they are already in pressure. So they have to say something about the situation. So they are correct.
You see, the issue that arises, the advocacy about the issue, you see, when the people have been in power already and they have been in power already, they have know all the ingredients and whatever about power, and they know that it's not performing up to expectation. They are now advising him to step down. I think they are right. So they are taking the right step in the right direction to ask him to step down. So what he needs to do is for him to step aside, to step down, because he's not performing up to expectation. So I wish other people in the society or the community who has the same stand to also advise him to step down, because he has come to a period of time he has not been able to deliver. And for this reason, he has been advised to step down. So I see no reason why he should not step down.